friends, welcome back to another YouTube video. This video will be kind of different to what I usually do. I'm going to be doing a 6 fan art challenge, which I'll be taking some of my favorite characters from different shows or movies, and I'm going to be drawing them in my own style. And people from my Instagram and TikTok accounts have been requesting some of these characters and that I do a 6 fan art challenge, and this is my kind of first attempt at it. I'm going to be listing the materials in the description below, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this and other art videos. You can also comment down below what art people you want me to draw or any other types of videos, and I will gladly take your suggestion. And I appreciate you guys for taking the time to watch my art progress, and I am super excited to talk about these characters with you and also show my drawing style. And as a little disclaimer, I actually changed my mind of drawing Mikasa, and I'm going to draw Sasha from Attack on Titan just because of the new episodes that came out. And I'm just going to put this out there before you guys in the comments say you spoiled the show. Yes, there are going to be a spoiler or two, so I can, put my heart out there and talk to you about these TV shows, so you have been warned. Watch at your own risk. So the first character I'm going to be drawing is Toga from My Hero Academia, or Boku no Hero Academia. Toga was the character that someone requested on my Instagram, and here I am drawing her. And guys, I'm just gonna tell you, I suck at explaining anime plot and the whole kind of ups and downs and arcs, and I'm just gonna be everywhere trying to explain my thoughts about My Hero Academia, so just bear with me because I have some things to share about Toga and My Hero Academia in general. And I see you, My Hero Academia fans. But I'm just gonna tell you guys how I, color her in and draw these characters, because of course I have to mention it at some point. I first outline the characters in my Prismacolor pencils of their corresponding hair color or clothing, and then I use my new alcohol-based skin tone markers that are from TouchTen. I bought them by myself, they're not sponsoring this video. And then I use those markers and I color in and I layer the markers, and this is actually my first time kind of playing around with the marker base a lot more than I do with Prismacolored pencils. So this whole thing's a little bit of a process and an experimenting thing with me. And I'm just gonna say one more thing before I get into the discussions of Toga and then My Hero Academia. I have only watched seasons 1 through 4, and I get that there is a 5th season out, but I'm currently watching a lot of other animes, and I just want to save that until I'm done with it. So if you guys want to talk about the 5th season and some of its episodes in the comments, make sure to put a spoiler, just not just to respect mine, but to also respect some other people who are reading the comments, just for, their enjoyment of watching this awesome anime. So, about My Hero Academia, or anime in general, you probably get introduced to it by a friend recommending it to you, or any of your social media accounts, and you see a post or content about it, and that's what happened to me. One of my friends did watch My Hero Academia, but at that time I was watching Haikyuu, I think, so I kind of held it off. But I saw so many TikToks about My Hero Academia and kind of little skits about the characters that I did not know at all, and I was like, okay, maybe this is the time, or this is a sign some people are sending to me so I can start watching My Hero Academia. And I was looking at kind of pictures or those anime season covers. I don't know what you call them, but I definitely thought this anime, and it is a really kind of fun anime, but it also holds like darker themes that aren't evident. It has lots of bright colors like rainbow, and I really enjoyed watching this anime. It was like a really nice, comforting anime that didn't disappoint me too much like other animes do, or they didn't make me bawl my eyes out and, get super sad about a character's death. And originally, I did not like Toga because she was portrayed as a childish villain who murders people. Yeah, that wasn't surprising, but a villain does that. I mean, can do that. But she also hurt Uraraka in the camping episode arc thing, and as well as Trick Deku, and hurt a bunch more people. But as time went on, I really liked how her persona was, and how positive she is, in a bad way, but in a good way. She was like evil positive. And like one of my favorite characters that really gave light and enjoyment and, really made this show what it is Toga. Her character design and her development, both in the anime and the manga, is really fun to watch. She's very interesting as a character. Like, we don't know much about her except she's a little psycho, but, we love psycho people. So on to the question that I definitely do not have a single answer for is, who's your favorite character in My Hero Academia? There is a bunch. Emphasis on bunch of characters to pick from, and they're all so good in their own way. But for the boys in class 1A, I would have to choose probably Midoriya, just because, not because he's the main character, but of his awesome work ethic. He pushes his limits, and I just love him as a character because he's growing strong. He used to be a wimpy kid, but he's standing up for himself, and I like that. Not yet to Kachan, but he's getting there. And as any fangirl would, I am a total simp for Todoroki. Come on, it's just written in the books, okay? He's a slick, handsome man, and I'm here for it. And as a fun fact, I have the same birthday as Aoyama, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Twinkling little man. And for the girls, you cannot get me started. I love all of them. But I love Jiro because she's underrated. Like, I cannot express this enough, but I love her so much, and she's probably one of my favorite characters. I also love Mina and Momo as well. I mean, I love Uraraka, Tsuyu, the invisible girl that I keep forgetting the name of, but I love, Hagekure, right? You guys tell me in the comments, I don't remember. But, I love all of them. And as a closing discussion to this Toga character, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite scenes of My Hero Academia, and it is Bakugo choosing his hero name, and he wrote Lord Explosion King Murder or something like that, and I was like, whoa. And actually, his hero name turned out to be Dynamite. Yeah, BTS. Well, yeah, I love them, but, this scene really made me laugh. So, this is the wrap-up of Toga. And our next character will be Norman, which is from The Promised Neverland. And unlike My Hero Academia, which I watched a while ago and I can't say too much about, this anime is finished. It has 2 seasons, and I have so much to say about this whole season. So I watched Promise Neverland in Netflix, and when I saw the anime, a lot of people were saying it was really good. So I watched it, and this anime, season 1 of The Promised Neverland, is my favorite anime. But you guys are probably wondering, why am I not saying season 2? And I will get to that because season 1 and season 2 are very different, and I have different opinions about both of them. And I would totally recommend this anime if you like action, thriller, mystery, suspense. And this anime has those genres. It's also super suspenseful in finding out the clues, and honestly, it's one of my favorite animes. And it would have been my favorite anime of all time if they didn't rush the second season. So, for this anime in the season 1, the whole process of them finding out, there's transmitter in the ears, Ray was the traitor, that they escaped by cutting their ear off, and Sister Crone and everything. This anime was so unique that it had such a potential to be so good, yet I don't even know what went through their head. My favorite character would have to be Norman for the first season because of his, calmness and his love-ish friend, sibling-ish for, I don't know what I'm saying, but for Emma. And, Emma's dynamic with Ray's and Norman's make the best trio ever. And I love Emma. She's so cute, and she's also super scary at sometimes. And the whole angles of the anime, the angles at which the scenes were drawn and shot at were one of the best contributing factors of the suspense that was portrayed in The Promised Neverland Season 1. Like the clock ticking, or the camera angle that was coming from the bushes when Emma, Norman, and Ray were talking at the very, big wall in the back of the Grace Field. And as for the second season, when all of the kids, except for the people that are under the age where they get shipped out, escape, the second season started off really well, but it took a downward hurl when they skipped lots of manga arcs. And although I haven't read the manga, I've seen so many comments, and they skipped like the Gold Pond arc, Yugo arc, and all that, and they really rushed it, in my opinion. They really could have done better. Like, I would have wanted The Promised Neverland for 6, maybe 5 seasons, 4 seasons at the most, or at the least, and watched all of the things, because it had such a brilliant idea, and they could have done a lot better. And in the second season, my favorite character would have to be Ray, because he stuck by Emma no matter what his decision was, and supported her because, she would be alone if he didn't. So I guess Norman was being a bit selfish. Not really, but he was looking for the best interest of Emma and Ray, but he didn't reckon Emma as someone he could work with. He wanted Emma to be someone who could be protected. So I guess Norman just, got the whole demon killing thing a little bit too far. But, I get it. He has been experimented on and all that, and he has that right to be angry, but discussing it with Emma, who also cares about him a lot, matters in a relationship, no matter, not lovey-dovey, but just a good relationship is communicating and telling others how you feel. So that's my lesson for the day. I'm also going to wrap up my Norman portrait, and I'm going to move on to our famous and beloved Wonder Woman. And I'm just going to say before you guys ask or whatever, I am not the biggest DC, Marvel, Avengers kind of fan. It's not that I don't like it, it's that I haven't really gotten into it, and I don't really know what it's all about. People get really surprised when I say this, and they're like, why don't you watch it? And I'm like, I've never had the interest, or I haven't had the influence to do it. Normally when people watch movies or TV shows, they might have some influence of friends or family saying hey, you should watch this. But honestly, I didn't have any of that, so I never got interested, and here I haven't been interested to watch it. But that doesn't stop me from trying some things new, and I am totally okay with watching some of it. But there are a lot of movies and TV shows and even the comics, and I would not know where to start. I watched the Wonder Woman 1984 movie. It was filmed in 2020, and it was my first impression, I think, of watching Wonder Woman. I recently found out that there was an earlier Wonder Woman movie that many people are saying is the quote unquote the better movie compared to the Wonder Woman 1984, and I have yet to watch that one, but I really liked this movie regardless of what the critics or people say, and I really liked Wonder Woman's backstory, and this movie definitely made me cry. I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm very emotional when it comes to deaths and, sad scenes, and of course it's gonna be spoilers for the movie, so if you do want to watch it, go ahead. I also liked how Wonder Woman portrayed woman empowerment and powerful women, and I really liked that aspect in this movie. I really don't know what to say about this woman, although that she's amazing, and I look up to her as someone being as strong as she is and how enduring she is. I tried to make her look a little bit tired and determined and have higher cheekbones, so she looked kind of tough, I guess. That's what impression I have of her. If you do know on what movie to start for the Avengers or DC, be sure to comment down below so I can do more fan art and kind of get into the whole superhero thing. We're gonna move on to Sugawara from Haikyuu. And I chose to do Sugawara because I'm just gonna say Suga for short. I decided to do him because he's very underrated, I guess, in the whole volleyball thing, and I really like him. I liked his character, and I was on TikTok and I was like the Fanon Suga versus Canon Suga, and the idea where Suga is the Suga mama and he was like caring for all the children. I was like, why do people even make up that? It's fun for like one time, but if you make him the mom and Daichi the dad, it's like I just don't know what to say to that. But more about Suga. I like his calm nature and how, people don't take him as seriously as Kageyama. Even though Kageyama was a child prodigy and he plays more on the court than Suga does. Everyone kind of thinks Suga is just the cool, kind of chill guy, except for the part where he completely blows up and yells like across the court. He has a very dynamic character. I think that I really like that about him. But I do feel kind of sad though. He feels like he's not good enough compared to Kageyama, that he is a third year? Yeah, he's a third year. So I feel like he just needs a little bit more opportunities to get himself out there. Now, talking about Haikyuu as an anime of itself, I was actually very happy to watch the first, I think I watched 4 seasons or 3 seasons, I'm not sure. I think it's 3 because there was a new season coming out. I was very happy I did watch the first 2-3 seasons, and it was a really funny anime. It made me laugh. It was one of my comfort animes, but it isn't an anime that I would choose to be my favorite. I'm just more into mystery, action, and Haikyuu, it's really good, but I think it's more on the calm side and kind of boring side, if I might go there. So the more time went on of how they're versing different teams and how they grow as a team together, I really liked watching that, but in a sense of a whole anime genre, I really don't think that Haikyuu is the best fit for me, but it might be for you guys. So if you haven't already, go watch Haikyuu. It's a really nice anime. All the characters have a special bonding with each other and have their own dynamic, and it's really fun to watch them in action. And beware, the Phantom makes a lot of ships with everyone, so if you don't like that, I don't know, just watch it for your own enjoyment. And if you like volleyball, that's also a great anime. I've also tried to play volleyball. Wasn't very good at it, but we all have our first tries. And obviously Suga is one of my favorite characters, but some others are Tsukushima, Bokuto, Kakashi. I really like Bokuto's and Akashi's dynamic. It's just so funny. He's like Bokuto's the energetic one, then Akashi is just like that calm one. And I really like the duos that Haikyuu puts out there. From the girls, oh my god, Kyoko, what a goddess. I love her. And Yachi, she's so cute too. I also love Tanaka's older sister and as well as Lev's older sister. Honestly, all the girls from Haikyuu are amazing. So I have been ranting about these TV shows for a while. So talking about the art process a little bit, of course I leave some white spaces for the highlights of his hair and go in with gray because Suga has gray hair. I also go in with my Prismacolor pencils and add some finer shading, something I do not trust myself with the markers. I also wanted to add some red blush. I didn't really do that, but I think it gave Suga a more friendly look. And I would also love to know what is your favorite Haikyuu character. And this art technique I used is putting Prismacolored pencil and erasing it. Now we're going to move on to Sasha from AOT. And a spoiler alert, I am going to be talking about the spoilers, so skip ahead to avoid them. So, you're here if you want to know what happened and you want to get spoiled, or you know what happened and you're here to grieve with me. Yeah. I miss Sasha so much, as well as many other people. But what made me lose it was the effect that she had. About how Nicolo, Gabi, how she's having regrets of doing it, and Kaya, and her parents, and honestly, that sadness of those people, how they're feeling about Sasha, really got me. And AOT as an anime show is literally one of the best written plot and manga and everything. It was the best anime I've ever watched, and I would pay someone to erase my memory and let me watch it again and read the manga again. I recently just finished the manga and I know the ending, and if you want manga spoilers, please skip to the end of the next portrait. If not, stick with me. If you already read it, feel free to stay around. The ending of the manga, I'm just gonna say I cried a lot. The whole death of Eren, and just everything at once of all the sadness that accumulated and the true meanings, the true words that have never been said. And Ymira's story was kind of, it was sad, definitely. It was a little creepy, but it really had a good background of where the founding titan came from. This anime has okay, let me just organize my thoughts. I'm literally just ranting right now, but if you do want to watch Attack on Titan, be warned that it is a little bit gory. It can get a little bit bloody, so I would recommend watching it after you've watched a couple of animes. But the AOT anime is one of the best animes I've ever seen, and Sasha actually was one of my favorite characters just because of her food obsession and meat obsession, and how Isayama were so evil and killed Sasha right after Connie said to Jean and Sasha that you both are the most important people to me. And I was so upset on why Sasha was killed right after. And if you pronounce Gabi as Gabby or John as Jean, I really don't know what the correct pronunciation is because it's like translated to Japanese or English, but however you want to say it, you can say it. I was just so okay, AOT is filled with deaths and they all have a reason to the story, and it really fits the genre, and the ending fits the genre of AOT, but a sliver of me hoped that it would have a little bit of a happy ending. And And my favorite guy character from AOT would have to be Armin, because you know, he's just a gentleman and well-rounded in all aspects. Eren is pretty cool too, but I do like Armin. I also like, from the girls, I do love Hanji. She's just so energetic and like so geeky about Titans that I just connect to her, I guess. Sasha does look like Hanji a little bit. I just noticed that, but you know, I love Hanji. I love Mikasa. Okay, Mikasa, my girl, she is just so amazing, so cool, and literally no guy deserves her. She's just so independent. I love her. But you know, she loves Eren, and I'm here for that too. And I really want to watch the OVAs of each character, because you know, they have been out and we know a little bit more about Levi and Edwin's kind of meeting, and I really want to know about that. I also liked here when I did Sasha's lips. It looks kind of, you know, soft, and I actually liked it. But AOT is, I'm saying this for the millionth time, it is one of the best animes, and I totally recommend it. If you have not, you're probably watching this video because you are an AOT geek fan, and yes, I know, me too. And as a wrap to AOT, we're going to move on to Bakugo from My Hero Academia. And before I actually drew the characters, I didn't know that I drew characters from the same TV show from My Hero Academia. Toga from the first one and Bakugo from the same show. And I apologize, I really did not know I did this. Literally my brain was like blank when I drew Bakugo. I was like, yeah, someone requested Bakugo from my Instagram and I wanted to draw them, and I don't have any regrets about drawing it, but I do apologize that I couldn't draw someone from another TV show. But more about Bakugo. He's just that hot-headed, always aggressive person that everyone simps for. And about Bakugo and Deku, we know that they both have kind of competition and hatred. I guess it's like one-sided, but they have dislike. And although we can't see it much to Midoriya's side, we know that he is definitely competing with Bakugo to be the #1 hero. And Bakugo has been Deku's childhood bully and enemy, but like an opponent, I guess. So more about that, I know they have been talking things out and they have been growing closer as friends and acquaintances, but I would like to see more of their teamwork and dynamic together in the 5th season, and I hope that's there. I haven't watched it yet, but I have watched the movies and it's hilarious, and Bakugo is just the light of the TV show. And although I can't say much more about Bakugo, I feel like he is a necessary element to My Hero Academia. And I did have the choice to leave the backgrounds for these characters as plain, but I wanted to do a background that reflects on it. And I wanted to do, for example, The Promised Neverland, those red flowers. I didn't draw the specific ones, but Wonder Woman gold for her helmet, Sugawara from, you know, the Karasuno, they're known as the crows. And for Sasha, I just wanted to do something cute, and for Bakugo, explosion, cause Lord Explosion, King Murder. Here we are, the end of the video, concluding my 6th fan art challenge as I drew Toga, Norman, Wonder Woman, Sugawara, Sasha, and Bakugo. This was definitely one of my longer art pieces that I had to film and edit, so if you did like this video, be sure to give this a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. If you would like for me to do another 6 fan art challenges and you want me to draw a specific character, make sure you comment them down below, or any other art video. I really appreciate you for watching this video up till this very end. I hoped that you connected with my ranting. I'll see you in the next YouTube video, and bye guys!